Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending some time with me by watching this video. Today we're going to talk about my sinking funds and cash envelopes. I'm going to do both in this video. I just think that it will save some time, and also I'm stuffing cash, so I think that it's relevant and okay to do it all in one video this time. What I wanted to mention is that in my previous video, I talked about my income for the week. I talked about some changes. I have a pay cut, so that was reflected for the first time in that video. The end of the extra money in my husband's unemployment, and I went into really specific detail about what had happened to his job. So if you're interested in answers to any of those questions, that is available on the video I uploaded just before this one. So I have $1,200 here that I am going to use for my variable expenses, which is what I call my cash envelopes every week. And I will also be putting some of this into my sinking funds. So since this is the third pay of July, I technically don't have to use this towards September bills. The way I have our budget set up now is we are 1 month ahead. We were able to do that when we received the stimulus money at the beginning of the pandemic. And we took that $1,200 that we each received, and we were able to put that toward getting a month ahead in bills. Now, had we not received that stimulus money, we would still be paying our bills the same way we were before. It's only due to that extra income coming in, or that extra bonus money coming in, that we were able to finally put a system into place where we pay bills 1 month ahead of time. And what I mean by that is, say tomorrow is August 1st, I will have all of our bills paid tomorrow for the entire month. Now I think there's one that comes out, maybe not two now, that comes out automatically, and I just let that kind of hang out in our checking account until they take it. So other than that, I actively pay all our bills. Now, for the most part, our bills, even our utilities and things like that, now are pretty much the same every month. So I've really been able to kind of fine tune the system for it to continue to work. So I have $1,200 here. If you're wondering where that came from, you can catch the video I uploaded before this. This is part unemployment money, part Grubhub money. And my paycheck, like I was saying, since this is the third paycheck of July, I don't actually have to use that towards my September bills. So that's how I get ahead. I use the month that I'm in currently, and I put that money aside for the next month. So take, for instance, the bills I need for September 1st, all that bill money for the entire month, I will be taking that from my August paychecks. And it's been working really well for us that way. So I reflect that down here. This is my budget planner. It is a Happy Planner insert, all the inserts, but it's a tool notebook cover, as I've mentioned in previous videos. So down here I have September bills, but actually I'm not going to mark anything down here because we're still in July. So twice a year I do get an additional pay just because of how the Fridays fall. So July was one of them, and I think October might be the next one. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the calendar. But I get paid every other week. So twice a year there is that third week in the month, that third Friday. So I get a third paycheck. And since I've been implementing this 1 month ahead system, I can now just use that toward whatever. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I did list it up here. It has a reflection of my pay cut. So as you can see, I've talked about my pay cut coming probably for more than a month now. I've known that was going to happen. And my typical paycheck, this is really written poorly. My typical paycheck was around $15.14, $15.16 every 2 weeks. And now it was $13.06 and change. So that's going to be my new normal, at least until July 1st of 2021. At that time, where I work, they're going to reassess things, and it may stay at this level, or I may go back to my old rate. I'm not sure yet. I don't have those answers. But what I do know is that we really need to get used to this new number because it's not going away anytime soon. So Grubhub was $79.80, unemployment was $10.50, and then I took $16 out for my Grubhub. This is a really, really low Grubhub payment, and it's because I've been so sick. So that all goes into it. So the first things that I would like to do with this money is I would like to stuff our cash envelopes for the week. Now I can tell you that I already took that $16 out that I needed for taxes and I put it into here. Now you may be wondering, where's the rest of your tax money? There's literally only $16 in here. I did explain that I opened up some online checking and savings accounts. So I am funneling everything into there, and I'll put a screenshot of my Capital One. I have a main checking with them now, and I will show you my savings accounts, which do have all of my sinking funds in there. And I will do just a sinking fund update for you guys so you can see like what was on the cards and then also what's in the bank right now. So I'll be doing both. I'll be stuffing the envelopes, then I'll be depositing the money so I can have it online. So let's go to the regular weekly cash envelopes, and I keep those categories down to 4, just like my sinking funds. My variable expenses include gas, which is fuel, groceries, dog food, and miscellaneous. What I'm considering doing, I've been thinking about this for a little bit now, is combining my grocery and dog food money into one envelope or one fund, quote unquote, because usually when we go grocery shopping, that's also when we buy our dog food. So I'm thinking about just incorporating that into that just to streamline things. And then if there's a 4th category that I could even think about, I'm not sure what that is right now because I'm trying to keep things very broad and very simple, just because it makes my budget go a lot easier. So anything that doesn't fall right now into these 3 categories gets to fall under the umbrella of miscellaneous. So typically what I use for groceries is about $100 a week. Now sometimes I use a little bit less. Sometimes we have to, dip into our regular bank account and grab a couple extra dollars from there. We do have a traditional savings account with our local bank, and I'm not going to say it's like a huge amount or anything, and I really don't feel the need to go into what's in that because I really don't typically utilize that a whole lot. But if I fall short, I can pull from there. And sometimes if I fall short, I'll use our Discover, and I plan to pay it off the very next week. So I don't carry a balance on my Discover card ever. What I typically do is I'll use it, and only if I can pay it off the very next week. So we do have a balance on our Home Depot card. Our Home Depot card is very new, and that is something that I have 6 months to pay off. So just in case you guys are wondering, you just got out of credit card debt, Erin, like what's going on? Why would you do such a thing? I really only did it because it allowed us to save quite a bit of money. 6 months no interest plus $100 to open the account, $100 automatic discount. It was really free money in my estimation. So the only reason and the only way I would have even considered doing such a thing is if I knew 110% that I could pay it off within that 6 months, which is my plan, and that is what will happen, and I will update you guys and show you screenshots and things like that. So I am going to put $125 into groceries this week. I feel like we need just a little bit extra for our shopping, and $25 into dog food. So since I don't have other envelopes to make change from, I'm pulling $150. I'm gonna put it into this grocery envelope, right like that. And then I am going to put a little card in there that reflects the amount. So groceries is $125, and then dog food is always $25 for us. So total is $150. And that's what I have in there. So I don't know if you guys would be interested in seeing grocery hauls. I mean, I don't know. It's something that I might consider doing if enough people wanted that. But yeah, I don't know. So let me go to gas. I'm gonna put $50 aside. Now this is for my husband and I both, but I've been homesick, and I Don't think I'll be doing Grubhub just because of that. I just don't want to spread germs. So next week, when it's time to get paid from Grubhub, you guys will probably see that I have a 0 coming in, and it's just like that. I've been sick for more than a week now. I'm trying to get over it, and it's just been really bringing me down. It's just been a struggle. So for miscellaneous, I'm going to put $50 this week. Now, I have a couple things that I want to purchase. Just a couple things on my list. They're like incidentals and things like that. I don't think the grocery money is gonna cover it. I just need like some toiletries and things, you know, just basic like personal stuff. So I'm putting $50 aside for that. So I'll probably take this envelope with me to the grocery store or wherever we get. I don't know where we're gonna grocery shop this week, if it's going to be Target. And I am losing my voice a little bit. I am sorry if that's distracting. I'm on a lot of medicine and inhalers and things like that. So I know that that's probably very distracting, and I apologize. But anyway, I don't know where we're gonna do our shopping, but I will take both envelopes with me. So we had $1,200 to begin with, and I'm subtracting $50 from miscellaneous. I'm subtracting $50 for gas. I just don't need it all if I'm not doing Grubhub. I'm subtracting $25 for the dogs, and then I'm subtracting $125 for groceries. So that brings me down to $950. So let's just count it, make sure that's where we're at. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, 750, 800, 850, 900, and 950. All right, so I am going to now tackle our sinking funds. And let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So like I said, you guys are not going to see any cash in here. I will put my screenshot of my Capital One sinking fund savings accounts on the screen so you can see that they are where I left off, but I'll be doing an update to this very soon. So I'm going to stuff these with this cash, but I'm going to then take this cash to the bank so I can then transfer it to Capital One. It's some extra steps for sure, and I know some of you are probably thinking, why are you making it more difficult, or you know, just like more cumbersome, the process? This actually doesn't really bother me that much. So in the back of my mind, what I've been thinking about, you know, is how nice it's going to be to have all my sinking funds electronically and online and be able to, you know, pull from them whenever I need to, transfer them into my online checking if I had to, using my debit card that they provided. It's just going to make life easier. About running to the bank once or twice, even a week, that does not bother me in the least. So it is a little bit more cumbersome, it is a little bit more steps, but I like having the ability to also update you guys here and update myself with cash, and also in my actual book, my written book. So right now, let's see, for our dogs, I had 500. So that is my current balance, or current or previous. And savings, I believe, is 2,200. Yeah, 2,200. So I'm gonna add that here. Emergency funds, 8,000. Some of you have commented on how quickly that went, and I agree. You know, I want to save 18,000 because that would be roughly 6 months of my salary. Not quite now with my pay cut, but from before. But it did go fairly quickly, and honestly, I can say it's because of side hustles and Grubhub mostly. If I didn't get into that at the time that I did and put as many hours into it as I was doing, there's no way that this could have happened, especially on our salaries at the moment. So that is our previous balances. For Christmas, I am going to leave Christmas where it's at because I'm okay with that. I just don't feel like I need to add more at this moment. For dogs, I'm gonna leave dogs where it's at for 500. For savings, I'm going to add 300. I'm gonna bring this up to 2,500. My writing is atrocious. I'm so shaky because of all my medicine. All right, so July 31st plus 300 equals 2,500. All right, so I'm going to put that in my savings envelope, get that ready for the bank. And lastly, for my emergency fund, that leaves me $650. So 100, 200, 253, 354, 455, 556, and 650. Plus 650 equals 8650. All right, so I'm gonna add that to my cards. I have 2 cards in here. So plus 650, July 31st. Okay, so that's going into Capital One, and I will update my sinking funds with you guys very soon. I'll do a separate video for that because I also want to update my chart. I'll make that part of it. All right, so we are down to a zero-based budget with the exception of my paycheck. So some of you are probably wondering, what are you doing with your paycheck money? Because it's still $1,306, so that's still a large sum of money that I have to figure out what best way to spend that. At the moment, I don't want to put it into my sinking funds, and I don't need it for our variable expenses. Those are covered for the week. So what I think I want to do, this right now electronically is in my local bank. I do have direct deposit, of course, like most people do now, from my employer directly into my bank. So typically what I do is I go get this money and I bring it home and I divvy it up, but I feel like I've divvied as much as I need to do for the week. So what I'm going to probably do is take some of this, put it into my Capital One checking account just for safekeeping, and I may transfer it into a sinking fund. I'm not sure. And I'm going to put the remaining on the Home Depot credit card. So I told you guys last week that I was going to put 300, let me see what it was, $345 onto our Home Depot credit card. I did not do that. I'm being very honest and candid with you guys right now. I ended up using that money for a new headboard for our bedroom. And the reason why I did that is because we are converting the office that I'm in right now, the office space, craft room space that I'm in right now, we are converting it into still a craft room office space / guest bedroom. Now that is because we have my nephew living with us who lives in the basement, and we have my niece living with us, and we do have a guest bedroom, but it's not completely set up, and I just wanted to have that extra space. Sometimes, like, if somebody's sick, we can go lay down in there or do whatever. And our bedroom is a dog-free zone. So that is one room I don't like having them in on the furniture. Now, can they walk in there? Sure, of course, but they can't get up on the bed. They can't get up on we have a little bench in there that used to be in our dining room. They're not allowed up on there. So that's what I mean by dog free. And I'm trying to keep it dog free entirely now because I don't want the added allergies and asthma situations that I'm having. So we are trying to convert this room. So what I did is I used our headboard that we had before, and I put it into this room. So if you're interested, check 2 videos back on the update that we have done for the flooring and things like that. So I bought a new headboard. It arrived. I bought it from Wayfair, and I did not use that money to pay Home Depot. So our Home Depot is still where it's at. Now that was my intention. That's what I said I was going to do. I know that was the information I put out there to you guys and into the universe, but after just discussion and what we decided, that's actually what we ended up doing. So yeah, that's what we did. And we had Chick-fil-A one night, and what else did we do? We spent the money. We spent that $345. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, so I'm thinking about taking a portion of this, putting it now on a Home Depot, and then putting the rest into the Capital One, either the savings accounts, one of the sinking funds, or my Capital One checking account for spending. So I will keep you guys updated on that and let you know how that goes. I'm sorry for the misinformation about our Home Depot credit card. I have not yet made a payment on that, but that is coming, and I will be doing that with you guys online. I just want to let you guys know what my updates were. This is my cash envelopes and sinking funds for the week. I will be back to do, like I said, that sinking fund update with you guys, and I'll be updating the trackers, and I'm also going to give you a flip through of my July setup in my bullet journal, show you how I used my layouts, and then I'll also be doing a follow-up video on setting up August. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful, happy, and healthy weekend. Take care.